All right, this is Craig LeBlanc with the Bitcoin Daily Show. Are you ready to climb Mount Cringe? This was our topic today on the Bitcoin Daily Show. Awesome show by Cosmo and Matt, two of our best hosts, two of our original hosts here on the Bitcoin Daily, 8 to 10 a.m. every morning on X, and soon to be live streaming on YouTube. We need to get the subscribers up on YouTube because I just created that channel. Actually, I'm just starting to put stuff on that channel. So I'll be uploading this to YouTube. Let me get the banner for that. That's going to be the channel you're looking for. It's a little off right now, but this is a work in progress. One thing about the Bitcoin Daily, we bring you behind the scenes in the kitchen and let you watch us build this thing from the ground up. None of this highly polished stuff from day one. We'll get there eventually. All right, so are you ready to climb Mount Cringe? What a great topic we had this morning on just putting yourself out there way before you think you're ready. Great question by Weston. For those of you that don't know, Weston is BT Cosmonaut. Great host, always has compelling questions that really have great discussion. Had a lot of good discussion around this. And what it came down to is we started highlighting people that really jumped into their creative journey maybe before the rest of the world would have said they were ready, and it was just so cringeworthy. You just hard to watch, kind of like that train wreck that you just can't stare away from. And yet here it is. He highlighted Post Malone's one of his first videos, and it was just bad to watch. And how many times have we found ourselves in that situation, just somewhat embarrassed to launch, and here we are anyway. I can tell you from personal experiences, last night, it's funny he brought this up because last night I was in the Ninth Ward, New Orleans, around that area, actually the Marigny, for those of you that know the area well. And I ended up taking a dance class, and it was the first I had ever taken. And when the dance teacher says, "Wow, you're pretty brave," and I could not have stood out more like a sore thumb. But you get to a point in your life to where you're just like, you know what? I don't care. I don't care about the outcome. I don't care what people think. I just need to get outside my comfort zones and do something different. So I encourage everybody to go do something like that, something that pulls you out of your comfort zone, something that pulls you into a cringe-worthy creative spot that you can get over yourself. I find that we do the best when we just don't care anymore. And sometimes you just got to go create that terrible piece of content, get it out the way, demystify, just taking the first step and press record. Okay. Write the book, do the interview, do something that gets you out there. And then you're on your creative journey. You're not just sitting in the sidelines. You're not just sitting in the fans watching people, watching the man in the arena. You actually are the man in the arena. And I can tell you here on the Bitcoin Daily, I have watched the show hosts themselves. They were already super brilliant around Bitcoin, very passionate about it and very knowledgeable about it. But maybe they just had not, committed themselves to a weekly show to host, to get the content around, to educate on, all the things that come with taking on the responsibility of a weekly show. And what I've seen happen to these guys, that they are just getting so much better. They're honing their skills. Okay. And it does take time. You just got to get out there and take 1,000 shots, and who cares how many you miss, just take them. Okay. And that's what creating content consistently does for you. Get out there, and if you just get 1% better each time you press play, each time you press record, each time you interview somebody, you just get that 1% better. And you look back over time, and sure enough, those 1% add up, and you've just improved and improved and improved. But what's standing in the way? Okay, the fear of looking like a fool. And let me tell you, just get busy looking like a fool. Okay, because there's no other way than to climb Mount Cringe. That's the only way through. You just have to get through that part of your creative journey. And once that's over, you'll find that you hit these breakthroughs. And what those breakthroughs consist of, what do they consist of? Those 1% improvements each time you press record. Okay. I'm sure we can all look back at our English papers. If you're like me, I was more of a math and science guy. My English paper, holy cow, if I squeezed a D out of those classes, I was doing fantastic. My English teacher used to save my paper till last with a glass of red wine because it was comic relief for her. She told my mom this when I was I was a freshman in high school, Dr. Wedwick. Not even sure if she's still alive, but she used to get the biggest kick out of my English papers and how I would butcher the English language. And then she would practically need a whole box of red pens to paint my papers red. And that's just where we come from, right? And so sometimes you just got to get out there, be willing to take a risk, just start creating. The master will be created on the journey. You're never going to start day one with mastery. Mastery is only wielded after years of honing your skills, getting better and better incrementally over time. And that's what the conversation was about this morning. And the feedback from the crowd and the speakers. By the way, thank you all so much for coming up stage. Speaking, I really love to just sit back and enjoy and listen in the wisdom of the crowd. We had some really good speakers come out today. One I really wanted to highlight was, if you have not watched a short film on a paper that Toma wrote a paper, and then one of the speakers today actually made a short film, about a 30-minute film. And it's just unbelievable. It's called The Legendary Treasure of Satoshi Nakamoto. It's on YouTube. I have shown this to so many people and shared it with so many people. It was well written originally by Toma. It was well designed by the speaker today. And I just really enjoyed listening to the creator, what he thought about it, the creative process. And then he goes on to back up the whole climbing Mount Cringe concept that we had earlier in the discussion. It seems like every creator out there has had to climb their version of Mount Cringe, where we're just totally embarrassed with our early work as we were just finding our way, almost blinded, not even able to see, stumbling forward, face plant after face plant. But that's just part of the creative process. Don't pull away from that. That is where masters are made. That's the only place masters are made. So I encourage anybody that in the Bitcoin space, or heck, for that matter, any space, you are a creator. I encourage y'all to get out there and start creating. And so that was a good take on the show today. Had a lot of good stuff. Tomorrow we have Deanna and Joel on 101 Wednesday. Tune in 8 to 10 a.m. Here on X. I'll be uploading this video to YouTube. Please like and subscribe so we can start simultaneously live streaming to both platforms, pick up some Bitcoiners over there, educate people on the YouTube front, and then we'll always be pumping stuff out here live on X. And let us know what you think in the comments about what we can do to improve. We are always making incremental improvements as a team. It's not just me. We've got tons of people in the back working their tail off to bring live Bitcoin content from some of the best content creators in the space. And now we're really going to start reaching out to even some non-Bitcoiners that are maybe friendly to Bitcoin, that are, maybe have a larger audience, and start pulling them in as we start preparing our content for the masses. So love what we're doing here. Thank y'all so much for all the support that y'all been giving. It's just been nearly surreal when I see all the support I'm getting in the DMs, and same thing with the co-hosts. They're doing a fantastic job. It's an honor to support them and to help them do what they're passionate about. So let's keep it going. Love you guys. Y'all have an awesome day. Thanks.